Line 9. If sentient beings of the present or the future who have lost their parents, sisters or brothers during their early childhood, and think of their deceased relatives when they are fully grown, and long to know where they have been reborn, such grown-up persons can make images of Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva, hearing then his name, admiring his image or paying homage to him, from 1 day to 7 days continuously without any retreat. Basically just recite Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva, Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva, Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva from 1 day to 7 days continuously without stopping. Although the deceased relatives may merit being cast into the evil realms for kalpas, but due to the meritorious deeds practiced on their behalf, they are free from their punishment and will be reborn either as devas, heavenly beings, heavenly gods, or humans receiving great bliss. If the deceased relatives of such meritorious persons have already been reborn as devas or human beings according to their karma, with great happiness on account of what their relatives have practiced on their behalf, they shall receive even greater happiness and infinite bliss. If such grown-up persons can continue to pay respect to the Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva images continuously, chanting his name for innumerable times for 21 days wholeheartedly, then Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva will appear before them and tell them the exact places where their deceased relatives have been reborn. Or, through the supernatural powers of the Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva, they will be taken by him to the various realms personally, to see where their former relatives are. If they can chant the name of the Bodhisattva for 1,000 times every day, and continue to do so for 1,000 days, then Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva will send forth earthly spirits, the local guardian spirits, to protect them throughout their lives, and they will enjoy happiness, prosperity, and longevity, and will not experience suffering or sorrow. Neither will they come across unhappiness, nor shall evil enter their homes. Finally, they will attain Buddhahood. If there are people, either male or female, in the future who desire to relieve sentient beings, to practice compassionate deeds, to convert sentient beings, and to possess great wisdom in order to get out of their suffering from the trilokas, the three places, the three realms, the realms of desire, form, and formless. Such persons, if they see the images of Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva, chant the name of Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva, take refuge in Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva, make offerings or paying homage to Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva, all their wishes will be achieved without any obstacle forever. If the sentient beings of the present and future have innumerable wishes, or they have the desire of doing innumerable good deeds, they will be successful in all of their aspirations if they pay respect to Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva, praising him, taking him as their refuge, or paying homage to his image. If such persons long for Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva to protect them forever, they will see Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva in their dreams to predict that they will be able to attain Buddhahood. Even if males and females in the future have great faith in the Mahayana Sutra, the great vehicle, Yana is a vehicle, Maha is great, Sutra is the teaching from the Buddha, and aspire to read and recite the Sutra, though they are taught by clever teachers, they may forget it due to their ignorance brought about by previous bad karma. But when they hear the name of Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva, or see his image or likeness, and make various offerings to him, and place a cup of pure water in front of him for 1 day and 1 night, then with clasped hands and with deepest reverence, facing south, they may drink the water with great faith, and after drinking the water they may abstain from all evil deeds and observe the precepts piously for 7 days or 21 days. By so doing, these persons will see the Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva in various manifestations in the dream state, showing the Bodhisattva pouring water of wisdom on their heads. Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva will endow these persons with wisdom. He will gift them with wisdom. Upon awakening, they will then have sufficient wisdom to understand the sutra, remembering every sentence and stanza forever. If people in the future suffer from insufficient food and clothing, unsuccessful in whatever they wish to do, always attacked by sickness or disastrous happenings, and no peace in their family life, separated from their beloved ones, see only dreadful things in their dreams, or are met by other calamities that befall them. If such sorrowful beings hear the name of Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva, or see his images, or chant his name for 10,000 times with deepest reverence, or every day 12,000 to 60,000 thoughts go through the mind. So if you chant it either out loud or silently in the mind, just Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva, Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva, 10,000 times, their unhappiness will disappear. Gradually they will live in peace and happiness. If virtuous people in the future, due to their something has happened to this page. Okay. Chapter 13. Shakyamuni Buddha instruction to human beings and devas. At that time, Shakyamuni Buddha raised his golden arms, touched Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva's head, and said, Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva, Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva, your supernatural power, your infinite loving kindness, your wisdom and your eloquence, one could take millions of kalpas to praise you and your incomparable activities, yet they can never give the fullest account. Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva, Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva, remember that I'm standing in the presence of such a multitude, so many people here, who have assembled at these 33 heavens to declare unto you that you must not allow any sentient beings to fall into the evil state of suffering for even one day and one night, so much the more should never allow them to be cast to the 5 of each hells, or the last of the deepest of the 8 hot hells, where the culprits suffer. Culprits, the people who are guilty, die or instantly return to suffering without interruption for millions of kalpas. Sentient beings are prone to evil habits, and when they reform, they easily yield to temptation, backslide, and worst of all, the bad habits will multiply. That is why it is necessary to have millions and millions of transformations to aid each erring one according to his own weakness and avoid it. Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva, I now place the guardianship of all these beings in your hands. Encourage even the slightest of good deeds, and encourage beings, either devas or human beings, male or female, never to discontinue their efforts to practice even the small act of good deed. It is your profound duty through your supernatural powers to protect such beings and help them improve their good deeds with no retreat. In the future, if any beings have karma that brings them into hell, and can remember the name of one Buddha or one Bodhisattva or one passage or even one sentence from the Mahayana Sutra when they reach the gate of hell, then through your supernatural powers you should lead these beings out of their sufferings. Show them your various transformations and bring them to salvation to enjoy supreme bliss. At that time, Shakyamuni Buddha spoke one stanza, one sentence. Now I place in your hands sentient beings of the present and future, and I exhort you, I plead with you, I ask you, by your supernatural powers and obligations, never to allow any sentient beings fall into any of the evil worlds. So why don't we stop here, and I will see, it seems like something was missing in the previous page. Okay.